And we are live again.
Okay. Resolution 2026-68, payment of bills. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Does anyone have any questions about anything on the bill list?
Just, what's a potato rate?
Oh, that's essentially garden rake that they made that actually scoop potatoes out of the ground, but we use to clean the baskets on our wastewater wet wells.
Okay.
And then dig in there with that.
Yeah. Just learn something new every day. I would gather that the tire, road service tire replacements on page 17, and also there was a tire, repair. I would imagine it's a pretty large truck. One was almost $2,000 and the other one was a little over $1,000.
Yeah, that's our tanker truck.
Okay.
So that we keep it up and moving.
No, I get it. It's just,
Yeah.
tire replacement, when you see a number like that.
Yeah, we don't have any
Or
full
larger
vehicle, we
trucks.
just change them tires out, so we bring out a vendor who brings his truck with all the air stuff on it, and he does it right on site.
Oh, cool. Okay, good. Thanks.
Any other questions? Please call the roll.
Mr. Strauss.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Hi.
Mr. Waters.
Aye, but I'm going to abstain on purchase order 26-01891 for the Perucci's. I have an indirect conflict of interest. Resolution 2026-69, refunds, credits, and cancellations. Can I have a motion, please?
So,
Second.
Does anyone have any questions on this agenda item? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Strauss.
aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Resolution 2026-70, adoption of FY27 water and sewer budget. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Laura, do you have anything?
Just that the department of revenue did that, it probably was less than a week. It was always fast, they didn't have any questions about it. So this will now just formally adopt it, and then we can put it into place July 1st.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for Laura? Hearing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Strauss.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Resolution 2026-71, authorizing private sale of vehicles to the township of Evesham. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Jeff?
So these are vehicles that will be changed out with the enterprise lease program. Enterprise wasn't giving us a market value that we felt comfortable with. We spoke with Township Manager Miller, and they inspected the vehicles and they offered to purchase 3 of the 4 that we have at what the blue book values are right now. So we'll give us much better value, some the township and we'll help them out as well.
Oh, great. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah.
All right, seeing none, please call the roll.
Mr. Strauss.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Resolution 2026-72, approval of cash management plan for FY27. Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Laura?
So the plan, we updated it for fiscal year 27, we updated annually. The only significant change is the removal of the NJEIT 2006 series, because that issue has been repaid in full.
It's been what paid in full.
Yeah.
So the text, that text remains the same, there's no change, just the numbers and.
Yeah, just the numbers are updated, all of the text is the same, the designation of the depository, which is WSFS Bank, that is all in there, that all remains the same. It's just the 2006 issue was removed from the state.
And all the interest and principal payments that are due, that has no material impact on your coverage covenants.
Not at all, we're well aware of that, and this was just updated to reflect fiscal year 27 debt payments. And that's all in the budget for approval.
Thank you.
Okay, any other questions?
It's an aside, while we're in the financial realm here, I meant to look in your report, I went through everything, but do we have any bank accounts with Citizens Bank?
No.
Thank you.
I think ever, at least as long as I've been here, we've never had one.
Yeah.
Okay, please call the roll.
Mr. Strauss.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Resolution 2026-74, authorizing continued membership in the cooperative pricing system with the county of Burlington. Can I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
This is just another, continued membership with many of the cooperative pricing, institutions we belong to. It just gives us an opportunity to do a far fairer market assessment of the things that we're procuring.
Are we running into anything? I know the state passed a law last session regarding cooperative purchasing. Is that we running any problems with that?
Well, I'm not aware of it,
Okay.
what you're, talking about particularly. I can look into that.
Okay, I have a client that sells into municipalities and they have run into some issues, interpretation issues, but I didn't know if we had any of those issues.
Yeah, we do find from time to time that sometimes they aren't the best price, so which is good why we have a few.
Yeah.
Just makes the procurement process a lot more easier
Okay.
and quicker.
All right, anyone have any questions? Then I please call the roll.
Mr. Dross,
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Resolution 2026-76, awarding of contract in excess of $53,000 to Landberg Construction LLC in the amount of $252,950 for paving services, concrete and asphalt repairs. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
So, I spoke last meeting that the township, we weren't included in their concrete asphalt repair bid before they would leave. And we were part of the shared service agreement with them. We weren't included in this one, so therefore we had to go out on our own. And we sent out our RFP, we got 3 bids back. And Landberg is the contractor who won this contract over 2 other vendors. And I believe this amount is also not to exceed $252,950. So,
This was their fifth price.
That's the-
on all the units.
yeah, if we use everything, so,
Yeah, we only pay for what we use,
Okay.
but this was just what they did, we had all the different types of services. There's different pricing per, area that they do, so all of that, when they bid on all of what we estimated, we thought we would use for each area, then ended up being this bid price, but it doesn't mean that's what we'll spend, it should. Generally, it's less, we usually won't use all of it unless something really bad happens.
So this is for a lot of different areas or areas that it would be, like if you have a big hole.
correct, it'll be really far in the areas.
Okay. There were really cross, there were really wild differences.
Yeah, there was.
And for, initial, middle, and then, volume in different categories for either taking the road up or paving it. Anybody have any idea why? Like somebody didn't want the bid unless it was super lucrative, right?
So the same question you're asking, I was concerned about, Laura was as well. And because I have family in that business, I had asked them about this company, I've never heard of it, he said, no, they're a reputable company, he said, he even thinks they're union. So, and we did look up at that, they are affiliated with unions, so my brother, who's on talking about, they're not a bad company.
So I had a discussion a long time ago, this doesn't, I don't know what level of expertise it gives me to even comment on this, but. But they were describing the process they go about laying asphalt. And how there's a right way and a wrong way. One way, your road's not gonna last 10 years. You'll pave it, you'll pay for it. And then after several years, it'll start coming up in pieces and then rain gets in it and it expands in the winter and that just digs it up more. Then there's the right way. And I don't know the differences between the two. I don't know how to assess those, but we should probably keep our eye on whose roads last longer beyond, 5-10 years.
Yeah, these were typically small patch areas.
Okay,
Yeah, it's not close.
okay.
So for instance, we had, 53 water main breaks last year, we have to hire a vendor to come in and pay those.
Are there standards, Wayne, for to put out, I don't know, what affects things, temperature or material grade,
It's in the
whatever,
bid specs, yeah.
the bid specs?
It should be so many inches of thickness, You know, when they lay it, it has to be a certain weather temperature, all that is very specific.
That, for, lifts are called layers, different layers you put them in. And sometimes it's called like a slump for concrete, like different weights of concrete.
All right, thanks.
Any other questions? Please call the roll.
Mr. Truss.
Aye.
Mr. Pickens.
Aye.
Mr. Rose.
Aye. Resolution 2026-78, resolution approving antenna lease amendment for T-Mobile Northeast LLC at the Elmwood wastewater treatment plant site. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Okay, does anybody have any additional questions on this? Good enough, please call the roll.
Mr. Truss.
Aye.
Mr. Pickens.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Executive Director's report, Jeff.
All right, thank you. We had one water main break last month since our last meeting. I was on break and dry, and we anyway fixed that. We did not have any viscose water complaints or odor and water complaints the whole entire month. Yesterday was a pretty unique day for us. We started out the day with our contractor who was doing the Kings Grant Drive water main replacement. He hit a gas main and that shut down King Grant Drive for almost the entire day. I think I got a mix of sometime around 9:30 last night, and the road was back up. The ironic thing was they were using a zipper, which is a milling machine, to go the length of the road to install the new pipe. So they mill up the old asphalt. So they get the fresh dirt, they can start digging and laying the pipe. Well, the gas main was only 6 inches below the top of the asphalt. So they ran that zipper, there's nothing right through the gas main. The MUA won't be liable for anything for that, nor do I think the contractor will, because I think the federal standards, 24 inches below grade. And contractors back then got away with a lot of things they probably shouldn't have, and this is just one of those situations.
Well, to be further, tell you why that happened. When Kings Grant was built, there was plans for phase 2 that the finance eventually didn't allow. This water main was built in an area that wasn't to be paid, or the gas main rather. The gas main was in an area that wasn't supposed to be paid. But when phase 2 was eliminated, the road back to phase 2 became dirt, and Kings Grant Drive was then curved around Crown Royal Parkway.
Where that is.
Yeah, exactly, and went right over that shallow gas main.
Yes.
So that gas main wasn't supposed to be in the paved area when it was first put in.
I lived further back and I always wondered why that whole corner existed in the first place.
Yeah, that was supposed to be phase 2 going back that way.
Whose infrastructure is that? Do we
I
know?
believe it's
AC Electric?
basic the South Jersey gas.
South Jersey.
Yes.
Any other questions?
And then last night, we had a sewer system overflow at the Elmwood wastewater treatment plant, sort of like the same overflow that we had when I was appointed to this position 5+ years ago. What had happened is we had an electrical blink in the area. It knocked out all the power to all of our equipment out there, but the power didn't trip out long enough for our generator to recognize it and come on and run. And so the plant's thinking it's running correctly the whole time, but what we found out was our alarm systems didn't work. None of our fail safes worked because Verizon was having issues with their systems. And when Verizon has issues with their systems, they take pairs, their electrical lines, they call them pairs. It's a ring and it's one's for ring and one's for
Bring to
yeah, I'm not sure if it's tone, it's tip, ring and tip. That's what the official name is called. But, so someone else, say if Commissioner Druss was having a problem with his phone line and Commissioner Kipnis has a couple lines, but he doesn't use one. Verizon can see that there's no use on that other line, barely no use, maybe it's a fax line, and they steal that to give Mr. Druss service. This is what they did in this situation. They took 5 of our services off our line and spread them out wherever they need them. We had technicians last week come out and they said they fixed it. It was really an overnight fix. But we didn't recognize any of that. We can't tell. We don't have tones to tell us what's going on. We were on that hot and heavy today. This is why Jim's not here now. He was out there late with them folks, ensuring that we do have our phone lines back. So essentially what happened was the system failed, the plant went into failure. The energy loss wasn't long enough to tell the generator to fire up and keep sustaining our operations. And because the phone lines were down, no communication went out on all of our indicators for alarms went. You know, they were saying, hey, we got alarms, but this wasn't getting out into the phone service.
How'd you figure all that out?
They're POTS lines, and so, and another thing Verizon's trying to do, they're basically trying to force everyone to get off the POTS lines.
Yeah.
POTS means plain old telephone system, ironically.
Sure.
So they want everyone to get off that and get on the fiber, but the fire district requires our fire communication to be on both for redundancy, the POTS line and the other. And the main alarm system that calls out, 5 of them were ones that they took. And today, and Jordan can attest to this, and I'm pretty sure he could, I think. He was in contact, Jordan kind of spearheaded this from early this morning with a not so pleasant phone call from a few of us. This is an issue here, but from what I understand, they got rid of their numbers to whomever they don't even know, so they had to get them back for us. And that's, they worked into, I guess, the wee hours of tonight and got back up and running, but we're gonna let it run the way we have it set up now.
So they were multiplexing these lines and then giving them back. They actually reallocated them permanently.
If they see no usage on it, they can tone it and see there's a line here and they don't see no usage on it. They'll go back to the data centers and their call centers and say, hey, what's the usage on this line? And they'll just take that. This is something I've known forever. It's a thing that you know that they do. It's crazy that they're allowed to do that. But we're back up and running. I came up with a plan to basically in one of our wells there to put a emission system in. I had Craig Moyer looking to purchasing one of them. It'll just be a single input system. They'll say, hey, the float tips, call out cellular. We'll put a cellular device in there. That'll be the third redundant that we'll have for that plant. And we don't want this to happen again. The other thing is I have Frank looking into through our JIF, if we can hold Verizon liable. We have man hours out there, plenty of man hours, and we also had to call the DEP about the sewer system overflow.
Yeah.
We never know what DEP is gonna do, so if we do incur some sort of, fine or something like that. I'm going to pursue Verizon because Verizon, I have a whole text chain and email chain from technicians saying what they did, they're completely liable.
They have to be familiar with infrastructure, fire, water.
They just know they got a line comes into the Elmo plant, they don't know what we use it for,
They don't categorize it. They don't.
not to my knowledge. I've been here a long time, and when I ran the wood string plant, we would have phone line failures, and it was because they would take pairs that were there, but just not in use. So the authority had them, but we have dozens of phone numbers that go to different things, and a lot of them, they're just kind of sitting there, especially firemen. They're only gonna call out when you have fire. So they're sitting there idle, and they see, oh, here's a live pair of wires. Because again, they're not replacing them hard wires, they want everybody to go to fiber, because it's copper. They want to get rid of the copper and go to the fiber. So they're not replacing it, so they just rob pairs from wherever they can. So when you see them in them big nids and them transfer boxes. They look like rat's nests and everything, because they pull, oh, here's a set that's working, it's got tone, but nobody's using it. Mr. Druss needs it. Very good.
There are, I covered the state of New Jersey one time. And there were an untold number of lines that were unused. That they did not know about and were paying for, that were just walled over time, over decades. So the phone company knows that if they're unused, they'll keep billing for them, but if they're unused, they'll just reassign it to somebody else.
Well, so back in 2015-16, when I took over supervision, we installed mission communication systems in all of our pump stations. All of our pump stations had alarms that would go back. It was, I can't remember the name of that panel, the Essex panel, I think it was. And they were on copper. And you're talking going from all the way out past your neighborhood, going into Mount Laurel Church Road or pump stations in like the Blues neighborhood. That had to go all the way back to Plymouth Tower on, chicken and the egg on a copper line. So it would read back and forth, it would just retone it, just be one solid tone. Once that tone got interrupted, it said, hey, you got a problem here. We were spending probably tens of thousands, not hundreds of thousands of dollars a year on overtime for nuisance calls that were a squirrel bit into the line, rained out into a cut shield that shorted it out. So we got rid of that stuff. The only place we have them now is where we need them for fire,
Okay,
which I think is, I'll have to talk to Scotty Freeman and say, is this really necessary? Because they're not reliable and just go through cellular.
okay.
So that was yesterday. A couple of weeks back, we had a workplace accident at our Little Stream facility. The contractor for Poland, who's working on a nitrate removal system, hired a contractor, Atlantic Concrete, and one of the employees was saw cutting a concrete wall, and the wall kicked back and hit him in the saw kicked back and hit him in the face. He sustained some severe lacerations on the left side of his head, through his eye. He was fortunate he didn't lose his eyesight or any permanent or any nerve damage or anything like that. In fact, he came back and got equipment out of his truck later on that night. He's lucky to, one, to be alive, two, that he can see, no nerve damage, but he's definitely got some stitches in him. I didn't see him, but he got hurt. OSHA came out and did an investigation the other day. Not on behalf of the EMUA, not on behalf of Cupola, but on behalf of Atlantic Concrete. They came out to investigate that contractor. While they were there, the OSHA guy asked a couple of our folks some questions, has no issues with the EMUA, just bringing you up to speed on it. I know told that about it. But it really has nothing to do with the EMUA, it's just someone that we hired from the engineering firm.
They're short, right, so we don't.
Yeah, I'm sure, but I'm sure if there was any kind of litigation, we'll name everybody kind of go from there.
I'm sure we're identified.
Yeah. Next week, I'll be presenting, the state of the EMUA to the township on the 10th at their council meeting, so if you'd like to join me, that's great. I'll be answering questions and giving the state of the EMUA we're currently at, and some of the projects that we're doing. Yeah, 10th, next Wednesday. On the horizon, we got the 4th of July parade, and we'll be gladly participating in again with a few vehicles. We'll be looking to have our summer barbecue sometime between now and the end of July. This Monday, the 8th, we'll be hosting a mini seminar to NJWEA, the wastewater side of things, at the Gibson House, and I'd like to thank Karen and Angie. They always seem to take care of us and help us out with that when we have it. So it's good for the MUA and the entire water and wastewater organization. They allow us to have that space. I thank Karen and Angie.
What are you gonna be talking about?
I'm not sure what the agenda is yet. I actually have it on my desk, but I was just looking at the numbers today, how many people will be attending. I went to class yesterday, and I'll be looking into hosting some classes for our employees, our younger employees who want to start taking some exams that require a lot of math. I sat with an employee the other day in my office and I asked him why he wasn't taking exams. And he said he's terrified of the math. It's pretty intrusive. So I reached out to a colleague of mine, Rick Halleck, and he said that he was having a seminar in Hamilton. So I signed that myself, went up there yesterday, and the guy was super impressive of what he did in detail to teach folks math. And I think Matt really got a really good sense of how to stay calm and stay focused and how to handle some of these crazy math questions. So I reached out to the guy afterwards and took his card, and at some point I want to talk to all of our troops and say, hey, where are we at? And bring somebody in like that to really, and that I thought he was really good, probably the best math instructor I've seen. Like it was 5 hours, went like that, because you were really involved. I think he did a good job. Last thing I have is the day after our last meeting, I was brought up with the New Jersey Water Environment Association. I was nominated and received the Leo J. Sabracy Award. I went down to, the Crab Trap in Summers Point that night and, was awarded. It's an award that is given to, and nominated from your peers and voted on your peers to get the award. The award honors individuals who've made significant contributions to water environment professionals through leadership, service, and a commitment to the association's mission. It's considered and approved by all of South Jersey section and the executive committee.
Congratulations.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but just told me you gotta say something.
Congratulations.
And you did.
What was the award called again?
It's the Leo J. Sylvester.
Survey?
Yeah,
I noticed you're an officer at the South Jersey Water Professionals too.
yeah, I'm telling you that.
Okay.
The vice president, and they just asked me to be part of this, and that's limited with time, so.
All right, resolution 2026-73, authorizing participation in shared service agreement with Mount Laurel Township MUA for special council services in connection with a proposed rate increase by New Jersey American Water. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I have to ask a question before I second it.
Okay,
I might have business with New Jersey American Water starting next week. I might. So how does
is that
that,
to ask the council?
What kind of is it personally?
business wise, like my daytime job might have,
Oh, I would abstain from the vote, but then we would lose quorum, so.
who's quorum on the meeting or the vote itself?
Just the vote itself. Is there a way that we can put this off till next time?
So my question used to be is, he doesn't have business with them now. So anything he votes on today doesn't really have business pertaining to his.
Not exactly, it could create an impression that he could get a future benefit, right? We could argue, one could argue it's in his best interest to vote on it, so that's gonna sway him. The potential to have a business relationship is enough. Are we able to put it off? Is it a problem?
I don't believe it'll be a problem. I can reach out to, the folks over at Mount Laurel and just say they didn't have a forum and this is the issue. With, in my opinion, it'll be passed. So
If worst comes to worst, could we do maybe do a virtual meeting later?
A
in the
special
month?
meeting for sure.
Or special meeting,
Yeah, we can
maybe
hold-
go virtually,
we can
that
hold
way
board.
we can get, make sure everybody.
yeah, so can we do that? So be able
Yeah.
next week, tomorrow, Chris, you can send out to the rest of the board members, you okay with this resolution, what it's gonna do?
Yeah, we'll get to.
Okay, so right now, let's table it.
Yeah, that would be the best course of action.
So on an ongoing basis, should I also mention, and I don't know if this is gonna happen next week or not, but should I also mention in the bills, the payment for New Jersey American Water for bulk water? Does it extend to that too?
I don't know if I need more information on what.
All right, well, I'll
Yeah,
ask.
let's chat about it after.
All right,
If worst comes to worst, you just do what I do.
Yeah, well, you did.
Right, yeah.
But I think let Sophia and her.
okay, all right, thank you.
All right, so we need a motion to table.
Yeah, you were.
All right, can I have a motion to table resolution 2026-73?
So moved.
Are we in match 22?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
not the.
you second the motion.
Second the motion to table.
All right, please call the roll.
Mr. Drops, Mrs. Verhaelen, Mr. Kipnis,
Aye.
Mr. Wallace.
Aye. Resolution 2026-79, resolution mandating the inclusion of project labor agreements for certain public works projects. I have a motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
So this is an agreement to for projects that go over anything over $200,000 that will ensure projects will be completed with skilled personnel and union personnel that ensure good quality products and services from those folks.
Anybody have any questions?
No, where's Rich? He'd be very happy.
Yes. Please call the roll.
Sorry, Mr. Drops,
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Aye.
Mr. Wallace.
Aye. Any final questions for Jeff? Engineers report, Wayne?
Yes. Nothing new on Southside Water or Route 70 water main, still waiting for the contractor to come back. To do just some little restoration out there. UV disinfection continues, the equipment's all in place. Just seems to be one issue after another right now. They took a wiring harness per se back to the shop to repair some damage to it, so we're waiting for that to be returned before we can put the equipment into full use. Sinelli Farm Lift Station, contractor's doing a good job. They've just started building a small electrical building. I'm very pleased with how that's moving along.
Needed to get down there and something happens.
He's a good contractor.
Yeah,
Doing good.
he's doing well. The generator replacement for Elmwood, just got the contract signed back from Ranco. We'll hold a pre-construction meeting later this month. Kings Grant,
Who is doing work on
RANCO, Ranco.
Okay.
Electric. Kings Grant Drive, as Jeff said, they are installing water main out there when they don't need gas mains, but they're moving along. Well 5 is done, that can come off the agenda. Well 8, the contractor has just about finished developing the well screen and formation. He will be moving in shortly with a test pump. The test is for 24 hours continuous, and it will be noisy. So if you hear any complaints or anything, it's just something that people have to put up with. We need to test this well at the capacity that we need for 24 hours to satisfy the state. So there's going to be one night there. Let's see. Pine Grove Pump Station, we have the TWA, we're waiting for the Pinelands permit now, so I'll keep you posted on that. Cambridge Park water main replacement surveys going out. They unfortunately keep getting pulled on other jobs, but we'll go back and finish this up hopefully this month. And then we have a resolution.
Resolution 2026-75, resolution authorizing the release of performance guarantees for capital seniors housing. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
All punch list items are done. They're finished, yeah.
Okay, is it, which one is, which?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna ask, and I didn't look it up. Which one is capital C? Anyone
Is
else?
that the one on James Drive,
News Drive?
Stowe Road?
It could be, I can't be sure.
Okay, that's fine.
It's either Stowe Road or the one behind Bradley's
It's Ardmore. Nah,
off of Evesham Road.
yeah. Anyway, yeah,
The cut through road is off Evesham, comes back out around like Target.
Yeah. Alright, we have a motion, please.
So we're
How we did that?
We did
First,
that.
second,
I'm sorry.
Mr.
just having a vote.
Yeah, please call the roll. Sorry about that.
Gross.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Motion approved S1W1 for McDonald's, 741 Route 73 South. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
this is just a little bit north of Target.
Is that the bank building?
That was the old Sun Bank, yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, it's for McDonald's though.
Mhm.
Yeah,
building a-
McDonald's is tearing down Sun Bank and building their own.
Okay.
We've gotten to be a two McDonald's town, so.
They're everywhere.
Any questions? Please call the roll.
Mr. Dross.
Aye.
Mr. Kipnis.
Aye.
Mr. Waters.
Aye. Any final questions for the engineer? Being none, Sophia, do you have a council's report?
I do not.
Okay, hearing none, public comments, seeing no one from the public. Close public comment, board comments, fire, who wants to lead this off?
Congratulations to Jeff on your award. And I'll probably see you at the South Jersey Water Professionals meeting. And Laura, thanks for all the financial work, the tower and governance and that. That was a great analysis, easy questions answered. Wayne, thanks for explaining the gas leak. And Sophia, thanks for keeping me out of trouble.
I do what I can.
Yes.
Lou?
Yeah, congratulations, Jeff, good job, well earned. Laura, again, the work you do, the cash management plan, and the tower, issue, so all good stuff, very good, very neat and very tidy, which is great. Uh, just, I'm sure you briefed this with the troops, the hot weather's coming up, the summer's coming up, our guys to stay safe, stay hydrated, and take care of one another out in the field. And everybody have a good summer, that's for sure.
And I also want to congratulate you on the Leo J. Sorachi Award that you got. Thank everybody for all their hard work, Laura, another successful budget. Now we're finally in the books.
Another one close.
And thank you also for thinking of the cash management plan. Jeff, thanks for everything you do, and I know I've had some challenges and appreciate you stepping up to that. And everybody, all the professionals, thank you very much. Appreciate all the work you do, and Chris, and going on vacation and coming back and getting this all put out. Good job. Our next meeting is going to be on Wednesday, July 1st, right here at 100 Sharp Road at 7 p.m. And I have a motion to adjourn.
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Thanks, Julie. And Chris. Thanks, Chris.
Not a problem, not a problem.
What?
There's no sleeping over here, don't worry about that.
Thanks, Chris.
Did they?